So we are going to speak about the bronchopulmonary segments today. But before that, what is the blood supply of the lung? Bronchial artery. From where do they arise? There is a descending thoracic aorta is on the left side. So the bronchial artery arises left on the left side only. There are two bronchial arteries. Upper left, lower left. The right side bronchial arteries don't arise from descending thoracic aorta. They either arise from upper left or from the right third posterior intercostal artery. This is your question, this is your MCQ also. Okay? So that's where the oxygenated blood comes to the That's how the oxygenated blood comes to the lungs. With that, we start discussing the bronchopulmonary segments. What are bronchopulmonary segments? Anyone? These are the segments of the lungs aerated by a tertiary bronchus. Trachea comes down, divides into principal bronchus, one for each lung. That divides into secondary or lobar. Secondary divides into tertiary. That supplies bronchopulmonary segments. There are 10 bronchopulmonary segments in the right lung, 10 bronchopulmonary segments in the left lung. Okay? Oblique fissure, left lung, oblique fissure, horizontal fissure, right lung. Left side there is no horizontal fissure, but still I am just drawing. Because whether there is horizontal fissure or not, each lung has an upper lobe, middle lobe and lower lobe. Now let us see in the upper lobe. Upper lobe there are 3 bronchopulmonary segments. Apical, anterior, posterior. Apical, anterior and posterior. We are talking about bronchopulmonary segments of the lung. These are the areas aerated by tertiary bronchus. If somebody asks you define bronchopulmonary segments, they are the areas aerated by a tertiary bronchus, supplied by a branch of bronchial and pulmonary artery, and drained by common pulmonary veins which lie in between the two. Therefore, sometimes they ask the question why they are not called bronchovascular segments, because they don't have their own vein. Veins run in between the two bronchopulmonary segments. They don't have their own veins. Therefore, they are not called bronchovascular. Okay. Now in the middle lobe, medial and lateral. Medial and lateral. While on the left side, superior and inferior. Superior and inferior. Now understand, heart is formed in the cranial area. From there the heart descends down. So this side also there was a medial and lateral, like this only. But as the heart descended down, it pushed the medial. So this side also there was a medial and lateral. So it was pushed. So medial became inferior. Okay? It was pushed like this by the descending heart. So yeah, ऐसा हो जाएगा. Lateral becomes superior, medial becomes inferior. Now lower lobe also has a apical. This is sometimes called as apical basal, sometimes called as superior. Apical basal, apical basal or superior. And then there are segments like anterior, posterior or anterior, lateral, medial, okay? Medial, anterior, lateral, and there will be a posterior, which I cannot show you. So if I want to show posterior, maybe I can show thin line posterior. Okay? So you will draw one more time because bronchopulmonary segments is a short note. So fatafat with me, okay? How to draw? Right lung, oblique, then इसमें उल्टा y, apical, anterior, posterior, medial, lateral, apical basal. This is how you are going to draw it. Now what is the significance? Previously, when there was no knowledge of bronchopulmonary segments, people didn't know about the anti-TB treatment. TB, they used to do pneumonectomy, पूरा lung निकालते थे एक साथ. Then they discovered lungs have lobes, upper lobe, middle lobe, lower lobe. So then they started doing lobectomy. If TB is there in upper lobe, lobectomy. Now, with the knowledge of bronchopulmonary segments, if we realize that some segment is affected, we do segmental resection. This is how the surgery on the lungs have evolved from pneumonectomy to lobectomy to segmental resection. Also, this is used for postural drainage of the sputum. So we see which bronchopulmonary segment there is sputum, and then we give that kind of posture, head low position, and left lateral, right lateral, and help in drainage of the sputum. Another thing, this bronchopulmonary segments help us understand where does the foreign body go, which lobe is affected in lying down position, which lobe is affected in standing position. Which of the two bronchi is in line with the trachea? Yeah, the right one is in line. The left one is oblique. So if somebody gulps a foreign body and goes in the lungs, it will go most probably on the right side. Because when we talk about the two bronchi, the right side bronchus is like this, while the left. So great chance things go to the right bronchus. And the last point, in lying down position. In lying down position, the fluid may accumulate or infection may happen. In which segment? Superior segment. Why superior segment? Because this, suppose the patient is lying down, this is the posterior border of the lung. and this is the lower lobe. ये जो superior segment है ना, exactly is the most dependent part. Is the most dependent part. Okay? बाकी lung है इधर, but this superior segment, when a lying down position, is in the actual curvature, most dependent part when the patient is lying down on the bed, and that is the reason that area is prone to infection, prone to fluid accumulation, prone to pneumonia in case of a patient who is in a lying down position. Okay, because the mucus, the fluids, everything can accumulate in the superior or apical basal segment. They call it superior segment because apical is already here. Okay, now we had named this. This is not called medial. Medial basal. This is anterior basal. This is lateral basal. This is posterior basal. Okay, so medial basal, anterior basal, lateral basal, posterior basal. Because up here is apical, anterior and posterior bronchopulmonary segment. Okay, there is superior and inferior. There is apical basal or superior. Okay, anterior basal, medial basal, posterior basal and lateral basal. Okay, so that's all about the bronchopulmonary segment.